My name is Chris Sanford, and I do voice impressions, sound effects, called The Voice Man. Now, I want to welcome you to a special edition of Curtain Rod Theater. Yeah, I kind of think voice impressions are a cross between multiple personality disorder and identity theft. And some of your best voices are kind of over the top ones, theatrical ones. You know, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I don't believe that. It's pretty much mockery. It's what it is. Like I say, some of your best voices are kind of ones that grab your attention, like Dr. Phil, for instance. Today we are going to be talking about the ultimate weight loss solution, starvation. There are side effects, the 4 Ds: dizziness, drowsiness, diarrhea, and occasional death. Now, if the idea of never ever eating again bothers you, perhaps starvation is not right for you. How's that working out for you? Now, some of these guys that aren't really actors, you know, they still have to have acting ability. It's like there's a Phil that preceded Dr. Phil. The guy with the white hair? This is Phil Donahue, and today my special guest is none other than Ebenezer Scrooge of Christmas Carol fame. Today, Scrooge, he's in therapy, on medication, a functioning member of our society. What are we going to do? We'll be back in a moment. This is Dr. Mehmet Oz. I don't want to hit you can't lose weight. You can lose weight. Don't say I'm getting fat. You got fat a long time ago. Now, Dr. Oz, there's some other Oz's, like, you know, the Cowardly Lion, the Wizard of Oz, and I'm talking about an over-the-top voice, Bert Lahr. If I were king on a forest, I'm not duke, not prince, not what'd you hit me for? I got circles under my eyes. I haven't slept in weeks. I've tried counting sheep. I'm scared of them. This is Ozzy Osbourne. I saw Robert Pattinson. He's like the vampire Elvis, and it was terrible. Oh, Ozzy, shut up. Sharon. Now the political season is upon us, or it's pretty much over anyway, but you ever wonder about the fact that an outboard motor kind of sounds like it's asking questions? What? This is Bill. I'm Captain Bill of the good ship Monica. I am all on my way to the island of dirty old men. It is a lecture colony. It's about time that you feel my pain. You know, Ronald Reagan, a lot of people thought that he was deaf, or that he just was, you know, really not paying much attention. Because every time he was asked a question, conveniently, there was a helicopter nearby. I'm sorry, what was that? No, I don't wear a wig. No, I don't, but it's possible that my hair dye may have colored my thinking. Now, in reference to the wig, yes, I was a member of the Whig Party. George Washington hated me. Now, a lot of people think that Mr. Obama and Governor Romney were, you know, kind of a variation on Reagan and Carter, and I don't know, it's like, this is Mitt Romney. And there are people out there that that have actually said that I have stolen Ronald Reagan's hair. Now, that's not right. I'm like Ronald Reagan speeded up, you know, and fast forward. And the truth of the matter is, if Big Bird had been on the ticket, I might have won. I am Barack Obama, and I endorse this message. Now, there are actually people that say that Mitt Romney reminded them of Fred Gwynn. Remember him? Herman Munster. Now, that's not very complimentary. Dun, 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 dun. It worked, Grandpa, it worked. Hyman, you big dummy. Don't let time and space detain you. Off we go to Transylvania. My friends, this is Senator John McCain of Arizona. There are people out there that actually believe that I tried to win. I didn't, my friends. I tried very hard to lose. I can prove it. I put Sarah Palin on a ticket. Well, this is Newt Gingrich, and I can tell you this much. I have never in my life cheated on my mistress with my wife, and I would not do that because, you know, and I do have white hair, but that does not make me the reincarnation of Martha Washington. Some of your politicians from the past were rather interesting. LBJ, for instance. My fellow Americans, I knew that fast food would finally come to Indochina. It's referred to the domino pizza effect. I shall not accept, nor shall I seek the nomination of my party for another term.
House of Jimmy Carter, and it's very important. Now, see, Carter says important that way. It's very important. I never lie to you.
Well, this is Jimmy Swaggart, and I want you to know that it's very, very important to read the Bible every day and to look at my video collection, Sins of the Flesh, for $49.95, not sold in stores. This is very important.
Some of these evangelists, they have interesting voices.
Listen, Spad Roberts, it's wrong, abortion. The more people you abort, there'll be nobody left to execute. Thank you very much.
Now, here's a guy that I think got his inspiration from Mr. Haney of Green Acres. Here's Larry the Cable Guy. I'm in a musical called Proudly Stacked Opera.
Get her done.
My fellow Americans, this is Mr. Haney of Green Acres. I have entered politics as the president of Hooterville. Some voices are kind of muffled. You remember, Jack Palance.
Strange, the bizarre, the unexpected. These are the kinds of subjects that a man named Robert O'Ripley challenged us to. Believe it or not.
Now, here's a guy that was always leading armies when I was a kid. Very commanding.
This is Charlton Heston for the NRA. The next meeting of the NRA will be on the Planet of the Apes. Moses and Ben-Hur will be in attendance.
Now, he's an actor that I always thought was never paying much attention. He just seemed to be out of it. Actor Robert Mitchum looked like he was asleep to me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. That guy's eyes are half shut, because I'm normally half shut. I drink a lot more than I ought to. I'm usually some down and out over the hill has-been who, for some reason, ends up in Mexico.
And here's some kind of voices that kind of blend into each other.
Now, this is Humphrey Bogart, and remember, we'll always have Paris. Unfortunately, nowadays, that's Paris Hilton, sweetheart. Good evening, I'm Brian Williams for the NBC Nightly News, substituting tonight for Brian Williams. The recession is deepening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is How It Goes South, coming at you directly live. Well, I'm Walter Matthau. The other day, a guy walked up to me and said, I know you. But because I was immediately flattered, I thought he figured I was some important movie star. Wasn't I in the army with you? You're that guy that looked just like a hound dog.
Like I said, some people have the really muffled voice, and sometimes their voice is like an extension of their mannerisms. There's a guy with really strained mannerisms and voice, actor Clint Eastwood.
This is Clint Eastwood, and we just got done having an election between an empty suit and an empty chair. It's really a choice, isn't it? Yeah, neither of them made my day. Hello, I'm Morgan Freeman, the African-American voice of reason who often comes between two hot-headed honkers. This is Terrence Howard, Law and Order, Los Angeles. Also, I was in Hustle and Flow. This is Danny Glover. Mel Gibson's next movie is going to be The Passion of Hitler. I know what you're saying. That man should have been the first black president. He's got the street address right there. I know what you're saying. President Denzel Washington, D.C. has a nice ring.
This is Nicolas Cage, and you are so sexy, and I am so bankrupt. Hey, this is Owen Wilson, man. You know what my favorite historical period is? It's the 1930s, man. It's the Great Depression.
Hey, this is Matthew McConaughey. Want me to take my shirt off for you? Yeah. Hey, I'm George Clooney. Don't even try to be me. You'll end up on the psychiatrist's couch. You could never be me. Don't even try it.
You ever wonder what God would sound like? I think it would be like John Wayne.
This is the voice of God, John Wayne. Well, I'm not saying that God stole my voice, but let's face it, he couldn't have done any better. That is all.
Like I say, some voices are pretty close together. Here's Dr. Billy Graham.
You must be born again. You too can have eternal life. And remember, say your prayers and go to church next Sunday. I'm John Edwards. I had an affair. My shampoo's biodegradable.
Some radio personalities are pretty interesting. Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news. And for the rest of the story, Paul Harvey, good day.
Right on, baby. Right on, baby. This is Wolfman Jack. Where were you in 62? Do you know where your children are? Yeah.
Yeah, this is Don Imus, the I-Man. I was talking to Charles the other day, and I said, what would happen if a fetus tried to abort the parent? Then what would they do? You know, when guys get together, they're so tribal. They talk about beer, pizza, and women. I get the Jesus John Lennon like. You know, formerly the Howard Stern Show, not the God Show. Hey, Robin, what are we going to have Sarah Palin on a wheel of sex? My friends, well, this is Rush Limbaugh. Never mix your Oxycontin with your Viagra. Why, that's the way things ought to be. Good evening. This is the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather reporting for perhaps the last time. The estate of the late pop singer Michael Jackson has had to sell his Never Never Touch Me There Again ranch. Lately, Emmy's in is on Tom Brugel. If you understand me, you are doing very well. Good evening, I'm Wolf Blitzer here in the Situation Room. Yes, Governor Romney has lost. He has been defeated, and Rachel Ray has been arrested in a Dunkin' Donuts terrorist scam. Death by cholesterol. I'll have more on that story.
This is Shepard Smith, the Fox News Network. Around the world in 80 seconds.
Here's a guy, I guess you could say he's a newsman, I don't know.
Good evening, I'm Lou Dobbs. As most of you know, I have railed against illegal immigration. Unknown to me, there were 27 living in my basement. You can hear more about this on the IINC, the Illegal Immigrant News Channel.
Now, one of my favorite newsmen was like Mr. News himself.
Good evening, this is Walter Cronkite. And finally, in an effort to combat Soviet alcoholism, the Russian drinking age has been raised to 9. And that's the way it is. Walter Cronkite, CBS News. Good night.
Now, here's the old, remember the old crank curmudgeon at the end of 60 Minutes?
This is Andy Roney for 60 Minutes. Have you ever noticed how answering machines don't have any answers? They don't even have the questions. I'm Andy Roney for 60 Minutes. That's the way things ought to be.
Another newsman I used to like who's kind of a little bit, I don't know, cranky.
This is David Brinkley with the news flash. I had a program called This Week with David Brinkley. I left it, and they called it This Week. Out of deference, they should have called it This Week without David Brinkley, but that's just my opinion.
Now here's the evolution of characters. Remember Laurel and Hardy? Listen to this. Stop that, Stanley. Now here's another fine mess you've gotten me into. 'Twas ever thus. I'm sorry, Ollie. Want me to reach you the funnies always makes you happy when I reach you the funnies. Now you take that, go into the 1950s, you got the Honeymooners.
Har, har, hardy, har, har, ho, ho, ho. Norton, you are a mental case. Unless your mother's not coming over here, I'm king of the castle, and you're nothing. You want to go to the moon? Bang, zoom.
Ralph, sheets, what a grunt, boom, 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 Ralph, what do a little bowling there, go up to the record lodge there, it's time for Captain Video and his Video Rangers.
You take that, flash forward into the 60s, a cartoon, the Flintstones.
Now, hey, Barney, now cut that out, Dino. Yeah, but sure thing, Fred, but after I get done eating my Fruity Pebbles.
Now I'd like to do some sex symbols for you. Women will like these, no doubt.
Well, this is Al Bundy. And you know something, Peg? You will know Sophie Vergara. Hang on, Pumpkin. Daddy's coming.
Now you can hear his voice in Bullwinkle.
Hey there, Ruck. Want to feed me pull a rabbit up hat? Sure, not up to sleep. Presto, chango. Don't hold my own strength. Let's get back to Frostbite Falls. What's the matter, you?
Of course, Bullwinkle came first. We won't go into that. Ed Asner, isn't a sex symbol for you? What would I like to have for Christmas? You know, that's a really good question. 45 pounds of curly hair. And Mary Taylor Moore running her fingers through it. Ava Goda as Fish of Barney Miller. Barney, I want to talk to you about something that's personal. Bernice doesn't love me anymore. She's left me for another woman. I understand that's popular. If I'd have met the other woman, maybe I could have left together and perhaps had something like a menage a trois, 3 cans of French-style green beans. Hello, I'm Harry Morgan. Colonel Sherman Potter, 4077th Mass. I like Ronald Reagan. That man knew his horseflesh. Now, here's a couple of voices that are very similar. Remember Diane Adams of Get Smart? Well, don't worry about it. Sorry about that, Chief. Yes. And remember, I'll be in danger constantly and loving it. Missed it by that much. This is H. Ross Perot. The volunteers and I, we the people united, we stand. Hold it right there. Why in the world would you volunteer to work for a billionaire? Voice impersonations, don't do any accents. Why? People are going to think you're crazy, you know? That'd be so corny. You think Arnold Schwarzenegger would criticize Bela Lugosi's accent? Listen to them, children of tonight. What the music they make.
You know something, the first time that I heard you, I knew you were a foreigner. I knew you weren't normal like me. I want you to say California 3 times fast. California, California, California. You couldn't do it, you're going to be deported. I'm Boris Karloff, and I want you to come on down and pay a visit. The Mortician Motors, where the hearth the fit every birth.
I think Richard Burton would have been a good choice for, I don't know, public service announcement. Good evening, I'm Richard Burton. Never yell fire in a crowded theater. Or never yell shark in a public swimming pool. Shark! Shark! Okay, sometimes a person's accent, though, can change, or their voice can change. Like, my name is Marco Kane. I don't have an accent. You're here with an accent. Once again, my name is Marco Kane. Of course, now, like in the Batman movies, it's like, sir, would you like the Lamborghini or the Batmobile? Sir, some men just want to watch the world burn.
I'm Sean Connery. Don't ever say that I have a Scottish accent. It's not possible that I have a Scottish accent. That's political correctness. Political correctness, if you're going to say the word. Mispronounce it correctly.
I'm Russell Brand. 'Tis rhubarb. How in the world did I ever get with Katy Perry?
I'm Piers Morgan, and I want this show to be different and dangerous, and I'm not afraid of Madonna.
Yes, hello, I'm Maggie Smith. You may not remember me, I'm an English hotter. But I can tell you this much. In my prime, your husband or your boyfriend would always remember.
Like I said, sometimes voices can change, like Jimmy Stewart, like in the Shooters with John Wayne. I don't know how to tell you this, but you've got a cancer, and you've got a few weeks to live, and that's all you've got, and I wish I could do more for you. I just can't. Now, if you go back a ways, like in Harvey, Harvey can take you any place you want to go for as long as you want, and when you get back, why, not a moment will tick by. You see, Harvey has overcome time and any objections to it. Now, an over-the-top accent would obviously be something like late great Steve Irwin, Australian. Crikey, danger, mate, danger. Or, I'm Hugh Jackman. That's right, I was Wolverine the X-Men. I'm Australian. Hello, I'm Australian actor Geoffrey Rush. Women are crazy about me. There's no doubt about it. I mean, look, Mark Twain and of course Einstein, we all have wild hair. I'm Rupert Murdoch. I'm the Australian Scrooge. I hate everybody. Christopher Walken. Do not ever, ever, never, never, never say ever, ever that you cannot do it, never, never, never.
Good evening. I'm Christopher Lee of Hammer Horror Films. You have no idea what it's like to be a vampire actor. I have absolutely no life.
Here's a guy that's really kind of animated. Remember William Shatner?
Scotty, Bones, Spock. Scotty, get my ship out of it. If you want to get a good seat on the Starship Enterprise, then contact me on Priceline.com.
Interesting. Fascinating. I am Leonard Nimoy, in search of the real Mr. Spock.
Or his replacement, Patrick Stewart. Ours an interesting voice. I am Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the United Federation Starship Enterprise. You have entered Federation territory. Analysis, Mr. Data.
I do believe that since you are trying to destroy us, they can be considered most unfriendly, perhaps even hostile.
Now, women have some interesting voices, particularly if their accent.
Tug away. Oh, this is Joe Rivers. Oh, can we talk?
Fran Drescher, the nanny.
Oh, hi, Mom. Look what Mr. Sheffield got me. Oh, I didn't know you were there. Hi, Mr. Sheffield. Oh, I'm happily divorced. Thanks, Mr. Sheffield.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Turner. How would you like to have a voice like mine?
You wonder if Betty Davis could have an exercise video? Something, because she, is always smoking and an unusual walk. Something called Puff and Step.
Puff and step, you can do it. Puff and step.
Singers usually have some interesting voices. I've said that enough, haven't I? I'm starting to get on my own nerves. Elvis.
Wise men say all the fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
Elvis Costello.
And when she sits on my knee, as she starts to whisper to me, could be your spooky girlfriend.
Oh, Ashes Dean Martin. Why, you're nobody, just somebody loves you. Why, you're nobody, just somebody cares. Sinatra.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the light. What were the chances?
Nat King Cole.
Mona Lisa, they have named you. You're so like that lady with that mystic smile.
Now here's a kind of a different voice. Leonard Cohen.
Baby, I've been waiting night and day. Didn't see the time, waited half my life away.
Now sometimes a blues singer can actually make a whole song out of a few words, like Lou Rawls.
I got a girl who loved nobody but me. I got a girl who loved nobody but me. Loved nobody but me. Yeah, she loved nobody but me.
Nina Simone.
My baby don't care for shows. My baby don't care for clothes. My baby just cares for me.
Eartha Kitt.
Santa baby, slip a sable under the tree for me. I've been an awfully good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
Amy Winehouse.
They try to get me to go to rehab. I said no, no, no. I'm feeling fine. I ain't got the time. I won't go.
Willie Nelson claims that he has a gay cowboy song. Let's find out.
Out of the closet at last, and I can't wait to come out of that closet at last. Hide my orientation, that's a thing of the past, and I can't wait to come out of the closet at last.
I have some famous laughs for you, like Eddie Murphy.
Hey, what y'all doing, man?
David Letterman.
Top 10 reasons to never watch David Letterman.
Remember Desi Arnaz's Ricky Ricardo? Lo sé, you'll have some explaining to do. Fred and Neto. Sound effects can be rather interesting. You tell me what this is. It's what it's like to go through a car wash without the car. Violent video game. That's the diving board I forgot to install on my pool table. Forgot to turn the bug light off. Killed an ace honeybee. Let me think. Okay. I have a license to bow hunt in bars. Tennis elbow of the throat. I'm Nelson Mandela of South Africa. That is stock car driving in South Africa, the Madagascar NASCAR. That's not Joe the Plumber, that's Jack the Hammer. Okay, cartoon voices are interesting. This is McGruff, the crime dog. Legislation has been passed to keep the former president away from young interns. It's called the Bill Bill. Help take a bite out of crime. Remember Foghorn Leghorn? I say, son, that's a joke, son. This boy's not too bright. Sylvester, the cat. Thuffer and Thuckatails. There must be some way to get at that little bird.
This is Napoleon Dynamite. I gave up my tater tot edition for Barack Obama.
Forrest Gump. My mama says life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which ones you're going to get. Lieutenant Dan. Okay, all right. Remember Walter Brennan?
Yes, sir.
Now cut that out. Now, Dave, no matter what you do, does what he can. You just put him down on there. Yes, Grandpa McCoy. Now, Dave, never cut that out. Okay. This is Walker, Texas Ranger. I played Chuck Norris on TV. If you've been kicked 5,000 times in the head the way I have, you'd see Stars and Stripes too. Okay, last but not least, what if tough guy, 70s icon actor Charles Bronson had decided not to go into movies, but became a greeter at Walmart?
Hey, I'm Charles Bronson, and welcome to Walmart. Yeah, a lot of trailer trash with their coupons, buying cheap junk from China. Hey, have a nice day.
And thank you for that very, very attentiveness of yours. In fact, it's your kind indulgence here for this special edition of Curtain Rod Theater. Thank you very much.